Hello, beautiful souls. It's Positive Tarot again with one more reading for you today. I hope you're all doing well. So tonight I thought of doing a new spread. Let's just do a tune-in reading for past, future, and present for the masculine and feminine. As always, these readings are timeless. So why don't we get an overall card for the masculine? And we have the Nine of Discs, which in this deck is gain. And as you can see, they've portrayed it with the 3 in the center, surrounded by 6. So let's see what the 9 overall says to us tonight. Gain and blossoming talent. Love is not just a feeling, but also the optimal implementation of the needs and talents. This practical, everyday love is irreplaceable. It is the extra, the incomparable difference coming from the beloved life compared to a joyless life. Humanity and gain are indeed often regarded as opposing principles, but in reality, they're interdependent. Love and compassion are your free choice, a way of dealing with the matters of life. The everyday events or tasks, they are the greatest gain, and they produce, materially, the greatest overall values. Give love to your new opportunities. If you deal with yourself and your fellow human in respect and love, the result is fruitful. So that's very interesting for an overall card for the masculine. Let's see what we have for the feminine. And we have the Knight of Wands. Great flaming charging knight in this deck. And that's the overall for the feminine. Let's just put that down there for now. The Knight of Wands. You are like fireworks. The Knight of Wands lives in the fire. The picture shows firestorm, a sea of flames, trial by fire. Wow, all hell is breaking loose. So that's it, feminine. There you go. That's the overall energy. Is the horse rearing up or flying? A very tiny winged horse is currently visible on the helmet of the rider. A disorderly life shows itself here, or perhaps the art of being at home in the fire. The card is also a metaphor for life tasks that are so large that they occupy, challenge, and invigorate you for a lifetime. Step outside of yourself, regardless of certain pre-expectations or prejudgments. Keep moving. People and events will become clear to you in their meaning when something happens. I like that too. So that's a great overall feeling. Let's see what we can get for the past, present, and future energies for each. I'm just going to move this over to here for now. With my new sage leaves, that'll soon be drying out for the fall. And we are right now really on the cusp of Halloween here. And it's been a great fall so far. I'm looking forward to a good Halloween season. Okay. So what has the masculine been feeling in the past? Let's see if we can get to resonate. And we have the 9 of Wands. Strength card. So I feel like the masculine has been feeling strength. There's been a lot in the collective meditation I've been receiving. But with strength also comes weakness. And sometimes you never know that you have strength until it's tested. Sometimes you never know you have strength until your weakest moments of feeling absolutely vulnerable. Let's get a card for the feminine in the past. Actually, no. Ooh, let's pull another couple cards for the masculine. Let's get these babies cooking. Pull 2 more cards. What has the masculine been feeling in the past? We have the 2 of Peace, which is the 2 of Swords in this deck. And one more. The 7 of Trumps. The 7 is the Chariot. So that's just a major. But we have both of these together. And so again, I feel like with the 2 of Swords there and the Chariot, there's definitely been some test of strength recently. Through peace, maybe through vulnerability. And it's creating this forward movement. And in this deck, definitely, the Chariot looks absolutely stunning. It has everything it needs to move forward. I love the little crabby on the helmet too, in case you noticed that. Okay, let's get some cards for the feminine in the past. So the feminine is getting the Hanged Man, Cruelty, which in this deck is the 9 of Swords. Let's do one more shuffle here. And the Magus. The Magus. It's another great card. I don't know if you can see that. And as always, I encourage you to do your own interpretation as we go through these. But for the feminine, I'm really feeling like this energy here in the past has kept her fixed. I love how this card is a grid. There is still movement within it. I'm sure you can see the coiled serpent at the bottom. But it is mostly a card of stagnation. And the 9 of Swords. It's a great cutting energy. All right. I feel like this is going to transition. You can see that at the bottom. There's a great amount of gifts in this card. And I think I'll do the reading from this one because it's so good. Let me find it one more time. Look around you. The magic tools are offered to you. Chalice, pentacle, coin, torch, sword. There are new opportunities in the air. What can you do? What do you lack? What would you like to try? Do not say rashly, I cannot do this or that. You are equipped with universal gifts. The torch is your willingness to experience yourself and your possibilities across the entire spectrum. The Magus symbol symbolizes the magician in all of us. Magic, the possibility of the impossible, means to be one with the cosmos, with God, and with the world. The number 1 is among the indivisible numbers which appear in the tarot. Indivisible is called individual in Latin. As a magician, you will succeed in managing unique wonders on your life's journey, which are easy and natural for you. Just like other people accomplish magic on their individual paths that will always remain out of reach for you, because your way is not theirs. Do not go in the footsteps of the masters. Find what they sought. Build on your uniqueness, your charm, your wit, and your inventiveness. Oh, that one too. And let's just get some future energies for both. Where is the masculine going to be moving into? Seems like both are making that logical transition in the ebb and flow from stagnation into something more real, into something maybe even beyond real, maybe magical. So, and he's getting the Princess of Swords. Let's move these all up a bit. Princess of Swords for the future energy, followed by the Queen of Swords. Wow. That's a lovely combo right there. And the Six of Wands, which in this deck is Victory. So let's do a quick reading of each of those. Princess of Swords. Try out your new sword. Caution, it's sharp. A free and adventurous manner of thinking, which provides brainstorming for the exchange of diverse ideas and associations. Mental agility or tilting at windmills. The flag waving in the wind. Of thought experiments. Provide for fresh wind and stamina. The value of a new idea is not measured by what is, but to what it becomes. Protect yourself from arguments which are simply pulled out of thin air. Proceed carefully with the ideas and your fellow humans. Beware of credulity and ignorance. Figure out which gaps in knowledge should be avoided and which should not. Hold the sword yourself in your own hand. Do not surrender your judgment to others. And then we have the Queen of Swords. You display your profile through clarity and openness. 3 faces are seen in the picture. Past, present, future. The id, ego, and superego. Take off, for both yourself and others, the mask of false pride. Or the mask of just everyday life. Look behind the scenes of alleged constraints and supposed impasses. Whatever happens, there is at least one alternative. Develop your judgment. Be careful in your evaluations and loving in your judgments. It lies within the power of the sword to develop and refine your intellectual capacities. It also includes finding words for experiences for which speechlessness prevailed up until now. Look behind the scenes. Risk a free, independent judgment. You have nothing to lose except some of your prejudices. Set aside any obligations which hinder you. Show your true face. I like that card. Pretty cool stuff. So, the last one for the future energy for the masculine is the Victory card. And I totally love this one. Six of Wands. Let's just read that one more time here. Don't hide your light. You already have many stations behind you on your journey. A lot of work, a lot of trouble. Honor your weaknesses. They are your strengths. Show your strengths and weaknesses in love and sexuality too. If you turn your weakness into a strength, you'll win additional energy with every step you take. So I like that. That's some good future energy. A lot of swords there for the masculine. But interesting pictures to take note of. Interesting interpretations for this deck. And hopefully this resonates for some of you. If you haven't yet, you can always hit the like button so my channel can continue to spread and grow. And if you'd like to leave a comment on something you noticed in this deck of cards, I'd love to hear your comments. All right, let's do one for the feminine. The Five of Discs, worry. The Ten of Wands, oppression. Oh, come on, let's get a good one here. Give him a good shuffle. Okay. And the last card is the Emperor. So let's read up about these. The discs. The Five. And its upside down pentacle. A dark card with such light shining behind it. The elements. Venus. Five. Mercury. Venus. Oh, what are we looking at here? Yeah. The Five of Discs form a great train. This can be viewed as a treadmill, a meaningless gear, and a real torture, or the exact opposite. In a positive sense, the card shows no trace of torture, but an absolutely happy interaction. Different people, talents, etc. cooperate. It runs like clockwork. Those who work alone, their powers add up. Those who work with others, their powers multiply. It is also about the ability to identify your own needs. Also, the ability to call an emergency through voluntary participation in existing problems. Trust in the joy of friendship and the blessings of cooperation. Contribute to ending unnecessary suffering. Help make the world more human, more hospitable, and more comfortable. That feels good, and it will bring you great success. So, very nice. I'm not going to worry about that card too much. And this one is the oppression. We read this just recently. Noticing the flames behind the wands, or if they are indeed some kind of red flower. Let's find out. I don't think it might say. Ten of Wands. Great tasks require great solutions. Apply not many, but all energies. These should not, and as far as possible, block each other, and this should not run side by side without contact. Each person and each situation has its own logic, and in a sense, its own will. Only when you present your undivided devotion to people, events, or life issues will you understand them each according to their own logic. Make sure not to block your energy. If you realize that you have overexerted yourself, take a break. I love that. A break is duly needed, I feel like. And the last card for the feminine and the future energy, the Emperor. Looks like two rams in the back, but it's another really cool part to this picture. Let's look it up real quick. The Emperor. You have the power. The Emperor is the power in all of us which explores new possibilities in life. You are the master of your actions. Guard and protect yourself from selfishness and disinterest. Try to be the friend that you would wish to have yourself. To govern yourself means to discover yourself. Take a chance and enjoy independently, acting without precedent on your own behalf. I dare you. You are most compelling when you act out of yourself and not do half measures nor anything artificial. Use your personal power. In each of us there is a king. Talk to him and he will come forth. So, that seems to be some good future energy for both the masculine and the feminine. Some things to definitely think about. And I hope you all have a very good night or day, whichever it is, upcoming in front of you. Bye.